After disappointing the markets with its earning reports, Meta's value has plunged by $80 billion this week itself, and more is yet to come. Now, every single person has the same question: is Meta actually a good business? If you look at the numbers perspective, Meta has generated $117 billion of revenues in 2021. And if you look at their vision perspective, they are working on some of the most cutting edge stuff out there, Metaverse. Now, if both these things are sorted, then what is going on with Meta? The answer lies in 4 different corners. The first one being platform. The core platforms on which all the Facebook apps run are iOS and Android. And unfortunately, Google and Apple don't particularly care about Facebook. Competitors. Currently, we all like TikTok more than Facebook. Economic situation. Facebook is not in the roti kapda or makan ka business. So, in a recession, people have better fish to fry. Finally, the management priorities. End of the day, every business is run by a group of people and their decisions are now being questioned. In this video, we are going to walk through these 4 pillars which are responsible for this unprecedented crisis. Also, I'll be sharing reading material which can help you gain in-depth understanding of social media marketing and social media trends. I'll also share with you the 10K document of Facebook so that you get a clear understanding of the business itself. Let's start with the first one: issues with the platform, and more specifically, Apple's ad tracking changes. The base work for this framework came into picture in June 2020. Apple announced changes to its mobile operating system that would give iPhone users a chance to tell Facebook, Amazon, Uber, and other apps not to track them in the internet world. Now, without that tracking capability, it's much harder for Facebook and other apps and advertisers to track user behaviors. So, the advertisements become less effective because they are not based on user behavior anymore. This change in ad tracking policies by Apple itself is expected to reduce Facebook revenues by $10 billion in 2022. Apple is just one big tech company to crimp Facebook profits, and there are others out there as well. Now, what is Facebook doing about these issues with the platforms? The company is making a renewed push into selling products on their own apps. Not just Facebook's marketplace platform, but actual digital storefronts on Instagram and Facebook. The revenue Facebook could generate from those sales is nice, but the data Facebook can legally capture about how users behave without the interference from Apple could be invaluable. Facebook can't tell its advertiser, for example Nike.com, if someone saw their shoes ad on Facebook and then if they have clicked on Nike.com or not. But it can tell Nike.com if a Facebook user saw Nike's ad on Facebook and then bought Nike shoes on Facebook, and that's the advantage. And you can also see Facebook's Apple problem as another important impetus for its metaverse push. It will take many years for Facebook's alternate reality future to materialize, and it may or may not happen. But if it does, Zuckerberg will have built his company a hardware and software platform where he can interact directly with his users, and so can his advertisers, without interference from Apple or anyone else. This is where the internal issues of high operational expense to materialize metaverse and the external issue from Apple interact with each other. Now moving on to the second reason why Meta is facing this unprecedented crisis: the tough macroeconomic climate. Currently, Europe is grappling with the fallout from Russia's decision to throttle energy supplies in response to sanctions over the war in Ukraine. US and European business activity fell this year, and a sharp slowdown in services activity is responsible for the US decline as well. All of this leads to the same thing: reduction in advertising spend by every single company in the world. And that means Facebook's biggest revenue source, which is advertising, is shrinking because of weak global economy. Hence, Meta is exploring every possible avenue to grow its revenues, advertising or otherwise. For example, paid messaging. The company is bullish on a partnership that allows Salesforce businesses to use WhatsApp for customer service inquiries and chat-based sales, as well as its WhatsApp-based shopping platform, JioMart, which launched in India in August. Facebook also is making a renewed push into Reels, the TikTok copycat, right? It is promoting on Instagram and the traditional Facebook app as well. Again, the objective on this particular Reels platform is to run ads very, very soon. While we are on the topic of TikTok, let's move to our third factor, competition. TikTok users spend nearly 200 million hours each day on their platform, and Instagram users are cumulatively spending less than 18 million hours a day watching the short form video platform Insta Reels. Now that is less than 10% of what users are spending on TikTok. Meta already knows that it is losing the short form video race with TikTok. Now the interesting thing is, ByteDance, the TikTok's parent company, is in plans to enter the VR space at the time when Metaverse is booming, and this move will place the company in again close competition with Facebook's Quest 2 VR headset in the US. The question, however, is there an expiration date to every social media platform like Facebook and TikTok? My answer is a very strong yes. What do you think? Let me know in the comments box. And now, let us talk through the biggest factor of the lot, that is Metaverse. Facebook's Metaverse has been talk of the online town since the social media giant rebranded from Facebook to Meta, and people are still getting to grips with it. According to Mark Zuckerberg, Metaverse could be a reality in 5 to 10 years, but it could be actually sooner. Reality Labs, the Facebook's Metaverse unit, produces virtual reality and augmented reality hardware and software, including virtual reality headsets such as Quest and online platforms such as Horizon Worlds. Even with that exclusive focus on Metaverse, revenues from Reality Labs division nearly got down by 50% in the third quarter to 285 million, while losses were 3.7 billion compared to 2.6 billion a year ago. The company said it is expected operational losses in the unit to grow significantly year over year in 2023 itself. So the losses are expected to be more than $3.7 billion. Market believes that Zuckerberg's decision to focus his company on the future promise of Metaverse took his attention away from the unfortunate realities of today, and that is killing the social media giant. And over the next year, the company has prioritized investments on 3 primary areas: Insta Reels, ads and business messaging, and of course the Metaverse. Now, moving on to the important part of the video, that is the reading material. You can find it in the description box. The first part is about Meta's financial statements, 10K. It will help you understand Meta's business from a qualitative and also a quantitative perspective. The second part is about research reports about social media trends and how marketing has evolved in the social media world. I hope this will be helpful for you, and please do like and subscribe to the channel if you found this video interesting. Thank you guys.